sisters, I have something I must confess to you. I must find some relief. I must get this off my chest. I will confess to you two alone, and after that, never again. Never to anybody. I'll tell you in a minute. I have something I must confess to all of you tonight. This week when I was working on this set, it was torment. Perhaps you're picturing the tortured artist hunched over his computer screen, typing by candlelight. A cheap tumbler of cheap scotch resting next to him. He types, oh, delete. He types, oh, delete. He picks up the tumbler, he throws it across the room. It crashes into the wall, shards crumble to the floor. He raises a fist and he shouts to a God who may or may not exist, "Inspiration, where art thou?" I am finished before I even began. Such is the curse that is upon my life. And if that's what you were picturing, you wouldn't be far off. I don't drink scotch. I wish I drank scotch. I think I'd be more creative if I drank scotch. But writing this set was torment. And I had this moment where I was like, well, I know why. It's because I don't want to write. I want to act. You know? As many of you know, for the last 6 months, a little bit more, I've been on a journey. And I've documented this journey on this stage. And I started taking, if you don't know, about 6 months ago, I started taking an acting class. And in the beginning, I hated it more than anything in the entire world. And then I started liking a little bit of it, but hating most of it. And then I started liking quite a few things, but still not liking quite a few other things. And then just recently, I realized, and I had this realization on this stage, it was the last time I was up here. I was impersonating my teacher, and you were laughing at me impersonating my teacher. And I thought, how dare you laugh at my teacher? And then I thought, how dare I impersonate my teacher in a way that you would laugh at him? And I felt like Masha in Three Sisters, and I just wanted to say, I have a secret. I must tell you everything. I can't be silent anymore. I'm in love, Not with Shannon, and not with my teacher, although I did have like an uncomfortable sexual dream about it not that long ago. But I'm in love with this class, and I'm in love with, you're totally gonna cringe. I'm gonna cringe. I can't help it. I'm in love with the craft of acting. I'm like, tonight I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna lie in my bed, and I'm gonna replay this set, and I'm gonna think to myself, did I really have to say I was in love with the craft of acting? And of course the answer is yes. Yes, a million times yes. I know. It's pitiful. It's like, and it's like this class, it's like, it's all that I think about. It's all that I talk about. It's all that I read about. Last Sunday, I went out to eat with my friend Rebecca, who's here. Rebecca, can I get a shout? Yeah. I made her do basic relaxation at the Louise's on Larchmont. We're like, and then I'm like, Rebecca, I want you to do a personal object. I want you to think of a physical object from at least 7 years ago that elicits a strong emotion, and then I want you to tell me what you experience when you think of that object. And she says, Ray, either you're drunk or you're crazy. And I said, Rebecca, I am both. And as Tracy said before, I went to Bible college. They don't teach Chekhov in Bible college, but they should. You know, it's like you get to the end of Uncle Vanya, and Sonia has this monologue about the end of what happens to us at the end of our lives and the rest that we find. And she said she comforts her broken, spirited uncle, and she comforts herself with, we shall rest. We shall rest. And it's literally more beautiful than a psalm that's in the Old Testament, you know? And hey, laugh. I love it when you laugh. And you know, it's like, I know that this love, you know, like Masha's love for Shannon. It's like, this is, it may not turn out great, you know, but you have to go with it, because when you feel love and you feel excited about something, you have to share it. Because when I don't feel that, I do feel like Uncle Vanya, who says, I lie awake night after night in sheer vexation and anger, and I don't remember the rest of it. I just know it's wasted life, wasted life. You know, everything Vanya says is wasted life, you know? And that's what I feel. Not every minute of every day, but some, you know? And it's just, let's just put it this way. Like, I lay in bed at night, and I think, if I don't start making money soon, I'm going to have to move my elderly dogs to live with my elderly parents in rural Kansas. You know, like, if Vanya were in my shoes, that gun wouldn't have waited till the third act to go off. You know? The play would have been called Vanya Takes Out an Entire Town in rural Kansas, you know, and a few people in Oklahoma. And so anyway, this is all I have to say. My dear sisters, I have something I must confess. I must find some relief. I will tell you two alone, and then I will never speak of it, never again, except when I do it at the Laugh Factory next week. But I must share this secret. I can't be silent anymore. I am in love. In love. My name is Ray Barnhart.
Ray Barnhart, ladies and gentlemen.